is the analyst firm IDC estimates that over 500 million digital apps and services will be deployed in the cloud by 2023. 500 million. Oh, we're going to need a bigger landscape. Now, granted, only a fraction of those are going to be commercially packaged apps like the ones on the MarTech landscape. Still, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of commercial SaaS apps. But the much larger number will be all these custom apps that get built for individual companies. One of the ways I think about this as a metaphor is if big data was all about the faraway data lake, and you needed a professional data scientist Sherpa to hike up to it and peer into its depths for wisdom. This big ops era we're entering, what's this huge body of water still, but now it's more like an interactive water park. Like everyone's in there splashing around, which is incredibly exciting, but also very challenging, for how we manage this. Because we're in a world where it's not just about the quantity of data inside of our organizations, which continues to grow prodigiously, but it's also about the number of interactions we each have with this data that is also growing exponentially. Now there's this concept of shifting left. What does that mean? So like in DevOps, this was like, okay, all those operational responsibilities of running the software, we're going to shift it left into the responsibility of the development teams themselves. And a lot of this comes down to, I interpret this as like the empowerment of the teams who are actually able to create things and bring it out into the world. And this is becoming incredibly relevant in marketing with the rise of all these no-code and low-code solutions that empower, non-software engineers to be able to build and create all sorts of wonderful things. When the person who feels the pain is also empowered to build the solution, the result is magical and utterly unique, and this is really about shifting left. It's about empowering the people in the front line of the marketing organization to be able to self-service more and more of their needs in the digital firm. And one of the ways in which we're doing that is by leveraging more and more automation. All these different customer touching organizations, it's a little bit like the parable of the blind man and the elephant, where they're touching a different part and it feels a little different and they're describing it a little different. This is the parable of the blind departments in a customer, and we do not want this. We want to, be able to get past this misalignment that sort of happened, from the individual teams in marketing, sales, and customer service growing their own tech stacks, their own data, which again, there was this rush, to get these things digitalized, but they kind of didn't quite fit together. And really, there's this just overwhelming need at this point to bring these things into alignment. They don't have to all be the same systems or processes or data, but they have to be aligned and they have to be working together in a coherent fashion. And so this is really what RevOps, is in a position to do, is to help provide the connective tissue, across marketing, sales, and customer service, and even connecting this in with finance and other key stakeholders